What's your ikigai? What wakes you up every morning? Just trying to answer such a big question might want you to crawl back into bed. Ikigai is a Japanese concept meaning a reason for being. The Japanese secret of leading a happy and meaningful life. Because everyone is born with a purpose. In fact, your life's purpose is your superpower. Welcome back to the Magic Unleashed Sochcast, and I'm your host Sana Chawla and the author of The Magic Within. Let's begin with a little experiment, shall we? Close your eyes, and as I ask a question, see what comes up in your inner mental space. This is my question. What do you see yourself doing in 5 years? An image or a series of images may go through the mind. Try not to judge or analyze any of these. Simply observe. You may open your eyes. We'll come back to this a little later. Now let's follow the story of a dear friend, Nidhi, who followed her passion and lives out of her aspirations. Nidhi is a certified Zumba instructor. I met her in Singapore and had learned some fabulous moves and grooves from her. Nidhi's story goes like this. I'm sharing my story because I feel truly blessed to have the opportunity to follow my passion and purpose and to make it my profession. I'm a happier person now because the work that I do energizes and de-stresses me and is immensely fulfilling. I live my best life, feel joy and follow my bliss. No, I did not always feel this way. My biggest hurdle then had been to persuade myself and my parents that it was not foolish to go against the norm and to throw away a promising corporate career. Instead, all I kept yearning for was to teach dance. I have always loved dancing, ever since I was a child, and had participated in several school events and even choreographed dances. Dancing nourished my soul, but to follow my dream, I had to look past my parents' expectations as well as those imposed by society. I needed to convince myself that I was doing the right thing, and I would not land up regretting my decision, even if it was paid me minimally. As an artist, it's hard to choose passion over money because passion may not bring you instant financial gratification. But as I discovered, staying true to your calling, however, will bring happiness and positive returns in the long run. Growing up in Delhi, I was a typical Indian kid, academically strong, with an ardent desire to impress my parents and teachers. I graduated with a 92% grade and got admission into Lady Shri Ram College for Women. After college, I went on to business school at the S.P. Jain Institute of Management, where I specialized in finance. Rote learning was my special skill, so getting through challenging exams was never an issue. But that did not change the fact, for those 2 years I hated studying finance and couldn't understand any of the financial jargon. I relied on rote learning to maintain a good cumulative grade point average. As luck would have it, McKinsey and Company shortlisted a few students, and I happened to be one of them. I believe in destiny, so I assumed it was my chosen path. I was pleased with the remuneration package and the extensive travel opportunities the job offered. After marriage, I quit my job and moved to the US. One day, my sister's friends approached me at a party where they had seen me perform and asked if I could coach their daughters for a dance competition. I was delighted and immediately went about creating a makeshift dance studio in my garage. It was fun teaching and choreographing, and what a wonderful high when the girls won the competition. The rest, as the cliche goes, is history. In 2002, in Silicon Valley, California, I started my first venture called Bolly Beats, a Bollywood inspired dance studio. I found that I could use my business school education to my advantage, and within 5 years, I had employed 6 instructors and had 450 registered students. I had a viable but flexible business born from passion. I also hired part-time weekend instructors, giving opportunities to people who wanted to embrace their love for dance. Let's pause and go back to our original concept. Friends, isn't this true Ikigai? Doing what you love and getting paid for it. Turning your passion into a mission. When you have a definite reason for living, when you find a why behind every action, your passion and talent will drive you towards a happy destination. Everyone's Ikigai journey will be different, but it can enrich us in equally meaningful ways. As American philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson puts it, don't be pushed by your problems, be led by your dreams. And again, anything you are good at contributes to your happiness. A quote from Bertrand Russell. I hear the voice of the pragmatist here. What if? What if it does not work and our dreams lie in a crumpled heap around us? Well, I think some caution and a little dose of practicality is important. Make your plan as meticulously as you can. No need to burn all your bridges at once. Let your dreams nurture, let them grow, and when you are ready, move in gracefully to claim them. A few tips here. Jot down your long-term goals and then subdivide them into smaller, doable points of action. For example, you may have always dreamt of being an interior designer. Write down some of the steps you can take. Begin with browsing the net for online courses. After all, you do want to be equipped with a certificate and credibility when you begin. Observe trends in design all around you. And finally, dabble in some of your own designs, but add your own distinctive stamp on it. What is it that makes you unique? This can be done by willpower. Yes, that old-fashioned value. And by dint of practice, I'm sure you get the drift, right? Dreams remain just that, vague and hazy, until an action plan is created. Nidhi continues, 15 years later, here I am, still teaching dance. I have moved across 3 countries. I have given birth to 2 kids. I have also started franchises and continued to grow my client base. Dance is just a hobby, but you cannot pursue this as your career. This is what Mom had said. Go to Stanford and get a real job, Nidhi. Today, I'm a better person, and I feel grateful that I did not waver from my vocation. I am ambitious, but my goal is simple: to push my boundaries and to do as much as I can with my life. I also strive to create a balance at the end of the day so I can have the energy to spend time with my kids. I want to live a life with no regrets, to thrive, to achieve each one of my goals. For women out there, if I can add, we have it in us. We are talented, determined, and born multitaskers. We owe it to ourselves to strive to be contented and committed, to rekindle that passion or that creative urge to pursue what we really enjoy doing. That was Nidhi's story and her message. What is yours? Truth resonates within you. Your deepest yearnings may manifest when you close your eyes to the practical aspects of living, to the din of humdrum existence. Did you get a glimpse of your dreams when you shut your eyes? Maybe you saw yourself getting accolades in your present position and realized that, hey, this is what you are happy doing. If your current profession is still your choice, then making progress in the same workplace could work. Maybe you saw new vistas. Like Nidhi, you have a dream in you that is different from the path chosen for you. or by you. Dare now to take those first steps towards the periphery of those dazzling dreams. Who knows what lies yonder? And still, if a persistent inner voice shushes you up and warns you to stay in your comfort zone, remind yourself of what Mandy Hale, author of The Single Woman, Life, Love, and a Dash of Sass, has to say. You learn as you get older that rules are made to be broken. Be bold enough to live life on your own terms and never ever apologize for it. Go against the grain, refuse to conform. Take the road less traveled instead of the well-beaten path. Laugh in the face of adversity and leap before you look. Dance as though everybody is watching. March to the beat of your own drummer and stubbornly refuse to fit in. I would love to hear from you all and do share your thoughts. And until the next one, my friends, thank you.